Hey everyone, again, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Brian, and for those of you who do, thanks for watching the video again. I was asked by a few people to talk about our formula and the adverse effects of if we're not following our treatment for PKU. Now, I don't really want to make the videos a big negative thing, so I'm not going to talk about what the professionals say happens to us. I'm just going to talk about what happened to me when I was off the treatment. So I'm just going to leave it at that point. In the meantime, some people were asking me about what is the formula, what does it do, what does it look like, what does it smell like, all that stuff, and what does it taste like, being the most important. And some of my friends who also have PKU, they're going to look at this video and be like, what is wrong with this child? But I got one here in my cup holder next to me, mixed for today. I'll drink one at 9:30. Here it is right here. That's what it looks like. But it's called phenol-free 2, and the point of it is to replace pretty much everything that we do not get from all the foods that everybody else can eat, which we can't. So we got the amino acid that we can't metabolize removed from this, and that way we get all the extra protein that we need without that amino acid, plus like there's calcium and other things in the actual formula. And now the biggest problem that we've encountered is people calling it a supplement, and that makes the governments think that it's nothing more than a supplement. But if you look on the can before it's mixed, it says medical formula or medical food. I'm not sure which one it is now off the top of my head, sorry, not my hand. But the thing is, it's a medicine. It's our medicine. It's what we need in order to keep our levels under control. So that's the next point, our levels. What are our levels? Our levels are simply the amino acid level in our blood, really. A high level of that amino acid can build up and make a toxic amount, and it can, affect the brain and all that wonderful stuff. I actually did a blood card this morning. Off to the lab that goes, and then wonder now. We like to keep the levels for adults here between 400 and 600, so I'm told. My last one was 400 and I want to say 84, maybe it was lower than that, but it was somewhere in that range. They were at 1575 when I was not being treated. So that is like the prime example of a toxic level. So, and what happened when I was not being treated for PKU was a whole world of things. Primarily, most of them had to do with my brain. There was a lot of concentration issues, a lot of memory issues. I don't think I was doing well as well as I could have in courses that I was taking with, say, MON and I don't know, like my electrical courses and stuff like that. But also, constant headache. I always had a headache. It was always there, and it got to the point that the headache was there, and I knew that it was there, but I wasn't even feeling it anymore. So the only time that I actually felt it was when it was getting really bad, and then, you know, the head was really going in. Other things included depression and anxiety. So I was, and I'm not afraid to share this with everyone, I was medicated for depression at one time, and then anxiety, and most of those medications are the same anyway. Last going off, I was taking a medication called sertraline. I think it's called Zoloft. I'm sure my wife will correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, that was a pretty crappy time, but it was really negatively affecting me in ways that I didn't even realize, because after so long, you know, being on the medication and, you know, the medication handle and everything, you just think that everything's fine. But I stumbled upon an article one time that basically this PhD, I can't remember his name now off the top of my head, but he was just talking about all these adverse effects of not being treated for PKU, and I started looking at them and it was like, holy crap. And I started saying, oh, got that one, got that one, got that one. And it just kept going on, and eventually I was just like, whoa, eye-opener. So that brought me to the point where I said, well, something needs to change. And here in Newfoundland at that time, the formula wasn't being covered, and every other province in the country was covering multiple formulas. So I took that to the government, the Minister of Health, and ended up having a meeting with him. And I took John Adams, the CAN PKU president, along with my doctor, as well as another PKU patient, to the meeting. And I'm omitting her name because I don't have permission to say it. So, we went, fought for the coverage for the formula. We got it. Now I have it. But literally, the only thing they cover is this, and that's phenol-free too. And I think it's great. I don't have any problem drinking it, and most of my PKU friends are looking at this video now and going, huh? Because I'd say I'm probably the only one in Newfoundland that says, oh yeah, I like that one. So everybody else I've talked to are just kind of like, no, that's not good. But like I said, I like it. It's just a matter of, you know, personal preference, really. I'm not saying that it's bad, because I don't find it's bad at all. So there is no negative connotation surrounding my formula. I am totally happy to have it. So I don't know if this was helpful for everyone, and informed you exactly what happens to me when we aren't being treated, or us, I should say. I was just using myself as an example, but if you'd like to know more, I mean, ask the questions. I like when people ask the questions. It means you actually want to learn about what goes on with us, or what we have to do. So next, hopefully, I'll be able to do some maybe a cooking or a demonstration video. I don't know, PKU obviously, but we'll see what happens. I'm not exactly too fond of the whole cooking or baking idea, but it helps. So, and we have to do it in order to maintain, you know, lower protein intake, and the lower protein intake is what it's all about in conjunction with the formula. So anyway, any more questions, let me know. It's not an issue. I will answer them all. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.